All right, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Dawadi here. Today I'm going to make a lesson. Before we start a lesson, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Now let's give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, from who we learn our truth from, and who have been doing and pushing this truth out for a very long time. And salutations to you, Akim and brethren out there that are pushing this truth and keeping this word, And today's topic is going to be about that the Lord claims and says it, He says that he is only for Israel. He says it. He's only for Israel. Not for anybody else, but for Israel. We are going to start off with Ezekiel chapter 37. Verse 27 and then verse 28. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 25. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt, and they shall dwell therein, and even they, and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. This is verse 26. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. The Lord basically here is talking to Israel, This is only for Israel. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them. It shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and I will place them and multiply them, and I will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. And sanctuary, if you don't know what sanctuary means, is a place. The Lord will set a place in the midst of them for. This is verse 27. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people. This is verse 28. And the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify. Sanctify means set apart Israel. And when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. The Lord's saying, he's making this covenant in peace with Israel that's everlasting, meaning he's not breaking his promise. The Lord's not breaking his promise at all. The Lord's the ultimate creator. He's not going to break his promise at all. The Lord's a man of his own words. But he says, I will set my tabernacle also shall be with them. He holds them dearest to his heart. So that was Ezekiel. And now I'm going to move on to another precept that I wanted to bring out, which is Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 2. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee. This is also where he's talking to Israel personally, I'm gonna start up at the top again, but just letting you know, the Lord is talking to Israel personally, letting them know, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, and the Lord hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself, above all the nations that are upon the earth. He's letting Israel, I hold you dearest to my heart. And if you want to know what the word peculiar means, it means strange, odd, or unusual. But the Lord is just telling Israel that not only that he holds them dearest to his heart, but they're a holy people. And then now I'm going to move on to a different precept This is Romans chapter 9. So we're going to go to the New Testament. This is Romans. Then we're going to chapter 9. Con. This is Romans chapter 3. And then we're going to move to the... No, not chapter 3. It's Lucky. This is Romans chapter 9. And then we're going from verse 3 to verse 4. But this is where Peter's talking, you know. This is what Peter says. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushai for my brethren, my kinsmen, Salakia, for my kinsmen, according to the flesh. This is verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving to the law and the service of God and the promises. Peter wishes, you know, that he could save, because when it says my kinsmen according to the flesh, he's not talking about any flesh. He's not talking about the flesh like the Moabites or any other heathen custom. Well, not custom, but any other heathen's flesh. He's not talking about that flesh. He's talking about his own flesh, his own people, his lineage. To at least make it more sense, you know, my kinsmen according to the flesh, of his lineage, of his people, not anybody else, his people. And he says, who are Israelites. They're not just any type of people, they're Israelites. That pertaineth, as in they have the adoption and they have the glory and the covenants, and the Lord gave the law to them and the service and the promises. But Khan, you know, I hope this lesson was edifying and that you got something out of thinking of what I said, at least. But wait, no, never mind. I'm gonna end it off with one more scripture. Salaki. I'm gonna end it off with one more scripture. It's gonna be Romans 9, verse 13. All right. This is Romans 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. The Lord saying he loves Jacob. He has loved Jacob. Always has. But Esau, you know, Esau is the devil. You know, Esau is the white man. We should all know that, man. Esau is the white man. He's the devil. Point blank. There's nothing much to prove that Esau's a white devil. He's already proven it plenty of times. Esau's the white man. Just point blank. But Esau have I hated. The Lord still hates Esau today. Forever. He's not going to stop hating Esau. He hates Esau. Right now, the Lord, he really hates Esau, just point blank. There's nothing that Esau could do or try to change for the Lord to change and say, you know what, Esau, I forgive you for, I can't even remember, a bunch would say, but Esau has done a lot of shit. That is a bomb that, yeah, it's abominable that what Esau has done in the past and is still doing today. You know, Esau and the government, they're allowing these gay pride parades to go happen where these men kissing each other and these lesbians out here, these women. You know, Esau is allowing men to kiss other men and to be married to each other, and women out here to kiss other cheap people. They're allowing pedophilia. It makes me sometimes question, like, what the hell is going on with these people, man? We are literally living in Babylon as I'm speaking right now. Esau could be doing some fucking nasty shit. They could be accompanied adultery as I'm speaking right now. But Khan, you know, Esau has done so much abominable things that Lord, he just can't. It's lucky. he can't forgive them at all, is what I'm trying to say. There's nothing Esau could do for the Lord to forgive him. The Lord's not going to say, I forgive you for all these years of doing this that you're still doing today. For an example, the mark of the beast, letting this chip come soon. And telling people lies, making us live a lie, making us have to pay for things, natural elements of the earth, having to make us pay for electricity, having to make us pay for water. We shouldn't even have to pay for all these things. But Esau wants us to. But Khan, I just really hope that this lesson was edifying to those of you who are watching, and that you got something out of this. Khan, that was it. That was my point. I tried to prove the fact that the Lord said that he was meant for Israel. But Khan, yeah, Khan, it's lucky. But Khan, that was my point I tried to make, that I made, saying that the Lord's meant for Israel, not any of these other people out here. Khan, that was today's lesson. That was it. But yeah, man, I hope that this lesson was edifying at least, that I made something for you to understand at least. But before I leave out, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and the Baba Ball. And until next time, Shalom.